Hey, Macarian Rising here. So, we're going to talk about combat modifiers, strike rolls, dodge rolls, and damage rolls. Combat in Buff This 2141 operates on essentially a roll off system, a strike roll versus a dodge roll. Before we get to that though, we need to be able to confirm that we are able to target a model and perform a combat action. So to target a model, you need to have line of sight of at least part of it, and it needs to be within range as indicated by the attacking model's range stat. Once those two criteria have been met, we can declare a combat action and start to move through the process. When performing a combat action, there are certain situations which will call for combat modifiers to be applied to either the strike roll or the dodge roll. There are 5 in total. So, if the target model is within 2 inches of the attacking model, a +2 modifier is applied to the strike roll being made by the attacking model. If the target model is not fully visible in any way, it is considered to be in partial cover, and a +2 modifier is applied to the dodge roll. The dodge roll is performed by the defending player. If the target model is on a lower level than the attacking model, a +2 modifier is applied to the strike roll, and if the target model is on a higher level than the attacking model, then a +2 modifier is applied to the dodge roll. And finally, if the attacking model is making its second combat action this turn, then a +2 modifier is applied to the dodge roll. And this is to simulate the fact that you've already taken one shot at them. They're more likely to be prepared and ready to try and dodge out of the way of any further attacks. The strike roll. The attacking model rolls 2d10 and applies their strike stat, including the buff, their readied modifier if applicable, and any situational modifiers such as being within 2 inches. For example, the attacking model rolls 2d10 and the result is an 8. They then apply their strike stat, which is a standard 0, but it has a buff token value 2. So they would take their 8 and add 2, making it 10. Then, if they also had a ready state and say they reduce that by 1, they would add 1, giving them 11. And, for example, if they were within 2 inches, they would get an additional +2, which would give them a total result of 13. The dodge roll. This works in exactly the same way as the strike roll, except rather than including a strike stat, you include your agility stat, representing how easily you dodge out of the way of the attack. So, again, for a dodge roll, the defender will roll 2d10s, apply their agility stat, their ready modifier if applicable, and any situational modifiers such as partial cover. So for an example, the defending player rolls 2d10, they get an 8, they have a buff token of 2 on their agility stat, giving them which they will add to their 8, giving them 10. Let's say they aren't readied, so they will not apply anything from that aspect, but they are in partial cover, so then they'll have an additional 2, giving them a total of 12. So in the 2 examples I've just given, the strike roll beats the dodge roll, meaning that the attacker has won the combat. Results. So if we've identified that the attacking model has won the combat action, there's a few possible outcomes. If the player of the attacking model rolls the highest number after applying modifiers, then they proceed to perform a damage roll. If, however, they've rolled a critical double and the highest modifier, they may make a free additional combat action. If they rolled a double fuck up and the lowest modified number, they will apply the amount of damage points as indicated by the damage roll to their model. So critical double good, double fuck up bad. If the dodging model has won the combat action, there's again a few possible outcomes. So if the player of the target model rolls the highest modified number, they can immediately make one free move action. If they rolled a critical double and the highest modified number, then as well as immediately making one free move action, they can also choose to take any other action. If they rolled a double fuck up and the lowest modified number, then the attacking model may make an additional free combat action. In the unlikely event of a draw, the players will make the strike and dodge rolls again. So now that we've identified that the attacking model won the combat action, we need to roll for damage. So the player of the attacking model makes a damage roll with a d6. The roll determines the number of damage points subtracted from the target model's condition points. The player of the target model will then indicate this subtraction by ticking down their condition dice. For example, if the attacking player performs a damage roll and gets a 3, the player of the target model currently has 6 condition points as indicated by their condition dice. The player subtracts the damage points from their condition points, leaving them with 3. So 6 minus 3 equals 3. And then they can tick down their condition dice to reflect this impact.